member for Lismore has criticised Resilience New South Wales at a public hearing into the Northern New South Wales flooding disasters. Local mayors have also been critical, blaming bureaucratic red tape for the slow flood response and the third world conditions some residents are still living in.
Resilience New South Wales is accused of being underprepared and now overwhelmed.
They are not fit for purpose. I mean, just in every area where they were supposed to be present, there was an absolute gap, and then not even an explanation for it.
Floodwaters might have receded and the cleanup continues, but the fresh disaster is trauma. Where the floodwaters once sat is now swamped by a wave of homelessness, helplessness and red tape.
Literally thousands of people who are living in homes with no internal walls, quite often no front and back doors.
Technically, power has been restored.
For most residents, a double power point coming out of their meter box.
That's not enough to power a fridge, an oven or a heater, with wintry weather having arrived. The Richmond Valley Council Mayor says detailed information on possible emergency housing was provided to the state government.
There is still no public commitment to private temporary homes 11 weeks after the floods.
The local mayors and local members continued, blaming bureaucratic processes for the third world conditions that some people continue to live in, a frustrating 3 months on from the floods.
We need to cut the bull and the red tape and get on with it. Well, unfortunately, the red tape's back in it. I have been constantly bombarded by people who are frustrated, disappointed, angry with the application processes to get their back to homes, business grants.
The criticism continues over inadequate warnings from the Bureau of Meteorology, local SES crews being under-resourced, communications that were all but non-existent, and new flood warning technology which has so far been denied.
We actually applied for a government grant for $110,000 to upgrade our gauges, our warning systems. 3 days before the first flood, that came back as not a priority.
Tomorrow the focus will be on Murwillumbah as the committee travels throughout the northern rivers, gathering evidence through submissions, public hearings and public forums. A report with recommendations will be handed down to the New South Wales Government on August 9. Georgia Simpson, Sky News.